Hello and welcome to News 9. I'm Shubhayan Chakravarti, joined by Nikhil Narayan to discuss the El Clasico of IPL, that is between Chennai Super Kings and Mumbai Indians. And the latest coming in from the match is that Mumbai Indians have won the toss and have opted to bowl first. And there are a few changes in Mumbai Indians' squad. TRISTAN Stubbs is making his debut in place of birthday boy KIERON Pollard. And Hrithik Shawkin also comes in. Comes in for Murugan Ashwin. So yes, that's the big news coming in. Mumbai Indians Rohit Sharma has won the toss and have opted to field first. Mumbai Indians have made two changes. Nikhil, KIERON Pollard dropped on his birthday. What's going on?
Big statement, big statement. We were, almost urging Rohit Sharma that he should leave out KIERON Pollard.
But that too on his birthday.
That too is on a birthday, so big statement. So I think the pressure was on Rohit. I mean, he can see that there has been absolutely no performance by Pollard with the bat or the ball this season, and it's unfortunate that it happened on his birthday. But he had to be dropped. That is the nature of the beast. And looking by what Rohit has said, I think Pollard has played his last for MI. I get a feeling I don't think he'll play for MI anymore.
Oh, that's a big call. Is that the last of KIERON Pollard for Mumbai Indians? They have replaced them with an uncapped South Africa player, TRISTAN Stubbs. Anything about him? How's he? What kind of player he is?
He's a wicket-keeper batsman, Shubhayan, and he has a brilliant average in T20 cricket, touching 40, which is absolutely exceptional. That's a great average in ODI cricket. Forget T20. Also, his strike rate is 156 in all T20 cricket. So seems to be a big hitter. I think MI needs hitters in the lower order with now that Pollard may not play in the future, so they have Tim David, they have Stubbs, and and Tilak Verma.
Deval
Brevis. So they have an exciting team for the future.
Absolutely, and no one can forget the pace bowling duo of Jofra Archer and Jasprit Bumrah for the next season as well. But yes, the latest coming in from the match between MI and CSK is that MI will bowl first. Mumbai Indians have won the toss. They opted to field first. So that's the news. And Chennai Super Kings have gone unchanged. Though Dhoni mentioned that someone like Jaddu can't be replaced, especially his fielding aspect. And there has been so much going on in the background, Nikhil, when it comes to Jadeja. Do you think there's certain reality about behind that? Did Jadeja leave the CSK bubble angry and upset?
I mean, he's certainly upset. I don't know whether he left in anger or whether he was genuinely injured as reported. But he was sacked. He was sacked, and there is you can't mince your words about that. He was sacked because he underperformed, and CSK were losing, and they were under pressure, and they fell back upon their most trusted player, MS Dhoni. So Jadeja being sacked mid-season, his first season as captain, groomed for the future, understudy to Dhoni, maybe hasn't gone down well with Jadeja, because at the end of the day, his record in international cricket last few years is phenomenal. He's amongst the greatest all-rounders in the world currently. I would say number 1 or number 2 along with Ben Stokes.
Absolutely, and for Jadeja, like Pollard, it remains to be seen whether he'll be there in the yellow jersey for the next season or not. There are plenty of question marks, but at the moment, more of that are simply speculations. We'll take a look at the playing 11s as well. Chennai Super Kings are playing an unchanged 11, and under MS Dhoni, you expect the same, right? A stable playing 11 players who are performing a winning combination.
Absolutely, they had a fantastic last match, scored 200 plus. The best thing for them is that Conway and Gaikwad seem to have formed some equation at the top of the order, and this also augurs for them in the future. Moeen Ali was also decent. Uthappa did well in the start of the tournament. Dubey has been a revelation in the middle order and the lower order. Raidu, 1 or 2 good performances. Bravo remains, a brilliant bowler in the middle overs and death. Then they have Singh, mystery spinner Thikshana, brilliant in the power play, and a revelation with the ball, the right arm fast Mukesh Chaudhary. So, MS Dhoni himself hasn't done much in the tournament except for 2 cameos. So overall, CSK, it's a decent unit. Whether they can make the playoffs, my answer is no. I mean, CSK fans will disagree. If they make the playoff, I think there'll be a statue of MS Dhoni across Tamil Nadu.
Absolutely.
But I don't think that is happening. But they would want to win most of the remaining matches.
Absolutely, as Nikhil said, Chennai Super Kings are still alive in the competition. They are still there, but yes, the journey to the playoff is still very tricky for the Yellow Army. We'll take a look at the MI playing 11 as well. They have made 2 changes to their 11. Obviously, Tristan Stubbs is making his debut, and Ritik Shaukin also comes into the playing 11. Ritik Shaukin is more of a tactical sub, I would say. Three lefties in their top 6. So Ritik Shaukin, we might see him even bowl in the power play.
Absolutely, he could be interesting against Conway. So Ritik Shaukin is a tactical move, and not surprisingly at all. I'm looking forward to seeing that South African wicketkeeper batsman. What does he have in store? Big reputation. See, somehow now this middle order sort of is exciting me. Tilak Verma, Tim David, you get Brevis also there. It is a team for the future. It is a team. You get one quality Indian pacer or an overseas pacer in the mini auction transfer.
Archer will come.
Archer will be there, and you get one world class wrist spinner. Then they have
Kumar Karthik surprisingly has shown many variations with his left arm. He can bowl off spin, leg spin. He's a Chinaman bowler.
He
can bowl. Very
from
interesting
their scouting system. So I mean, it is a good team. It is a good team. Rohit Sharma firstly needs to sort his batting out. What is his role as an opener? He's not done what he's supposed to since 2017 for Mumbai Indians. So it's been a while. It's been 4 or 5 seasons. But otherwise, this team could, come back, make a comeback in the next couple of seasons.
I wonder whether they missed out on someone like Amit Mishra or Piyush Chawla in that squad. They would have come in, joined in easily, and could have bolstered their bowling attack to a different level. But let's take a look at who is Tristan Stubbs, the South African player who is making his debut in today's match, his IPL debut. A 21-year-old wicketkeeper batter from South Africa, Nikhil, as you said. Looks like an interesting choice. I was watching a couple of videos of him, and this kind of 6 shades of ABD. Again, people will say everyone is becoming ABD nowadays. But yes, a youngster coming in from South Africa has to pick up traits of ABD, right?
Absolutely. That strike rate of 157.
Fearless.
I mean, whatever the quality of cricket might be in the South Africa T20 League, 157 is a brilliant strike rate. He can also chip in with a few bowlers off spin. So seems to be, a utility
3D
cricketer.
player, keeper, off spin.
Absolutely. But I think his main strength is his destructive hitting. So this is going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to watching him.
Absolutely, and let's see whether he gets off to a great start, a memorable start. A certain South African youngster in that MI squad has certainly got off to a good start. That is Dewald Brevis, although he's not playing in this match, but certainly he's someone for the future, and MI will be very keen on his development, how he fares in the next couple of seasons. But Nikhil, let's take a look at how the season has panned out for both the teams. MI and Chennai Super Kings, 2 of the most successful IPL teams, but this season I think it has been absolutely disaster for both of them.
They got off on a wrong note, Shubhayan, and once you sort of start losing, get into the rut of losing matches initially in a 10-team tournament, it's very difficult to come back. MI, the worst start, lost their first 8 matches, 9 losses from 11 matches. CSK lost their first 3 matches, then won, but kept losing, winning. 7 losses from 11 matches, so only 4 wins, languishing at number 9. They still have an outside chance, as we mentioned. MI are mathematically out, the only team to be mathematically out. But really now this match and the remaining matches for both these teams are really about pride and sort of saving their legacy. They don't want further blemish on their legacy. They are, after all, between them they won 9 titles. So they have a lot to play for. MI and CSK are not just 2 IPL teams, they are brands.
Absolutely.
And therefore they want to sort of maintain that legacy and they want to build a team for the future so they can, maybe play fearless cricket. And maybe we see the best of these 2 teams in today's encounter.
Absolutely, and these 2 teams have brought out the best of them, playing some hard competitive cricket throughout the years. But yes, let's take a look at the head-to-head clashes between the 2 sides, how the records pan out. And here Mumbai Indians have a slight advantage, 19-14 for Mumbai Indians.
19-14 historically, but since 2020 CSK 3-2. Big, the first match when they played this season, CSK won 3 wickets. Dhoni and Pretorius took them to victory. So not much in the head-to-head, but the rivalry has been absolutely historic. I think they've played 3 IPL finals, if I'm not mistaken. One of them was an absolute humdinger. CSK and MI is for a reason called the El Clasico of IPL. 2 great teams, the most successful teams, 9 titles. Rohit Sharma, MS Dhoni, big legacies, and they don't want to, concede a defeat or a victory to the other team, even though it almost might be a dead rubber.
Absolutely, and one thing that is certain is both the fan bases don't like each other at all. The kind of rivalry they have had over the last decade, I think it has been insane. The kind of playoff matches, as Nikhil said earlier, the finals, some of the cracking finals, we have seen last ball finishes in the finals. So that level of high quality cricket, not many teams can produce. We'll take a look at the X Factor players as well from Chennai Super Kings and Mumbai Indians, and it is very tough to pick one each from both the teams, but Mahesh Theekshana has to be there. The kind of impact he has brought in with his mystery spin, I think it has to be lauded.
Absolutely, 12 wickets in 8 matches, strike rate of 16, brilliant in the power play, mystery off spinner. Look at the economy rate in the tournament, less than 7.5. His economy rate is also brilliant in the power play and the fielding restrictions. No fear while he's bowling with the new ball, getting pricing out, top opposition wickets. So, Theekshana has been an absolute revelation. A lot of Sri Lankan players have done well in this tournament. Rajapaksa, Theekshana,
Dushmanta Chamira,
Hasaranga. So, it's been a tournament for Sri Lankan cricketers also, and he's been the shining armor amongst them.
And how quickly things changed. Last year it was Mahela Jayawardene who was ruining that why there is not a single player in IPL, Sri Lankan player in IPL now. You are seeing so many Sri Lankan players taking the IPL by storm, and there are 3 or 4 of them who haven't even got a chance to impress. So there is talent in Sri Lanka, and it's about grooming them and utilizing them. We'll take a look at Mumbai Indians' X Factor player, and he's someone who has made a straight away impact. Although there were so many questions, Nikhil, why Tim David is not playing, why are they focusing on Pollard, who is past his prime? But we have seen what Tim David can do in the last three matches.
Absolutely, that 44 against Gujarat title was absolutely sensational. We saw his hitting prowess. He comes in with a big reputation, Singaporean born, plays in Australia, has the 3rd highest T20 strike rate in history, only after Finn Allen of New Zealand and Andrew Russell of the West Indies. So, and it's in the high, it's 160. That is absolutely amazing.
True.
And he has played a body of a good sample of T20 matches. So Tim David is a destructive hitter. MI must persist with him because he's someone to invest in the future. He's the replacement for Hardik Pandya / KIERON Pollard in the years to come.
Absolutely, and Tim David since 2021 he has hit the most sixes in the death over, that is 16 to 20 overs. So certainly you can see that impact when it comes to hitting sixes and hitting long maximums. We'll take a look at what CSK is doing in this tournament. They will be out of the tournament if they'll go on to lose this match. So Mumbai Indians have a chance to omit their biggest rivals.
Absolutely. The story for CSK is that they're trying to make a fight back, but some of the key players failed initially, and therefore they are in such a difficult position right now, Shubhayan. One of them was Ruturaj Gaikwad. He failed completely in the first 5 matches. A lot was expected from Gaikwad, especially when they didn't have Faf du Plessis. But Gaikwad sort of, crumbled under pressure or did not perform. Jadeja also, Jadeja, just not the season for him. Little surprising after what he did, against Sri Lanka in the test matches. Jadeja just 116 runs, strike rate of 118, only 5 wickets, not very restrictive also. Also, overall, the run rate struggled in the power play with the bat because Gaikwad wasn't performing. There was no world-class opener at the other end. Uthappa did try, but the run rate of power play was just 7.21. Initially it was only 6.8. There were increases in the last couple of matches. And the middle order, I mean, there were good performances from Raidu, but he was inconsistent. Dubey was good. He was the only Mr. Consistent.
But got off injured.
But he got, yeah, absolutely. And of course, after the injury to Deepak Chahar, there was a massive wicket-taking problem in the power play, which to a certain extent, Theekshana sort of sorted it out, but they struggled in the power play to take wickets.
Absolutely, and then Adam Milne also got injured. So many injuries for Chennai Super Kings, and to be honest, it wasn't a best of season for them, and there's no harm in admitting that. Even MS Dhoni has said that it has not been the best of seasons for them, and of course, salt to the wounds, Jadeja is also out of the IPL. Whether he was truly injured, that is something we still don't know, and we'll come to know in the coming months. But for Mumbai Indians, Nikhil, I think it has to be we are talking about Ruturaj, Gaikwad and so many injuries behind CSK's downfall. But for Mumbai Indians, I think they had a complete squad, but the big guns of Mumbai Indians failed miserably.
Absolutely. Rohit Sharma was very indifferent in his approach with the bat. 200 runs in 11 matches, average of 18. That's very poor.
True.
From the MI and the Indian captain. From 2017, he's been batting like this, and he needs to do something about, it's surprising that for India he's performing, but he's not doing it for MI. Then Bumrah did pick a fifer in the last match, but Bumrah has only taken 2 wickets in the power play in 16 overs. This has been Bumrah's problem across formats since 2019, not taking wickets with the new ball. We've also already discussed Pollard, no cameos, 144 runs, a shocking strike rate of 107, dropped from today's match on his birthday. Yeah. He just wasn't there. I mean, he just couldn't do it. In fact, when he came out to bat, it was counterproductive. He was wasting deliveries in the lower order, which put massive pressure on the batsman at the other end. Ishan Kishan also started with a couple of 50s to Bayern, but Ishan Kishan then failed in 5 continuous matches, and he didn't have the same scoring rate which made Ishan Kishan such a destructive batsman when he scored 500 runs for Mumbai in the previous season before last. So, that has been the story. 4 of their top players did not perform as expected.
And then yes, that were the major reasons why both Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings have been enduring such a poor run in this tournament so far. But let's move forward and see what the match holds for us. But before we move forward, the latest update to give you guys that Mumbai Indians have won the toss and will bowl first. So Chennai Super Kings are the ones who will bat first, and Mumbai Indians have made 2 changes to their 11 as well. We are seeing a debut for Tristan Stubbs, the South African uncapped player there, and Hrithik Shawkin also comes into the playing 11. And for Chennai Super Kings, it's the same lineup that played in the last game. No changes for Chennai Super Kings, and MS Dhoni led Yellow Army. So yeah, that's the latest coming in from the match between CSK and Mumbai, and we'll take a look at the key battles also from this encounter, the big encounter, the El Clasico of IPL, that is. And this battle, Ruturaj Gaikwad, an informed Ruturaj Gaikwad versus an informed Jasprit Bumrah. We have to remember what Bumrah did in the last match, 5 for an excellent spell there.
Absolutely, not much in the head-to-head record in terms of sample size, just 1 innings which Gaikwad scored a few boundaries of Bumrah, but both of them are coming in form now, so it's going to be an interesting battle in the power play. Will Gaikwad be circumspect against Bumrah? Will he attack him? Could just dictate the course of the match, Ryan.
Absolutely, and the next battle is also going to be very interesting. One is a very hard-hitting batsman, and other is a very clever bowler who can mix up pace at well. So this is also a very good battle.
Absolutely, Tim David is now showing his class. His middle over strike rate, career middle over strike rate is 146, which is very high for that 7 to 16 over period. Dwayne Bravo, one of the most experienced T20 bowlers in the world. I don't think any other bowler has as many variations with the ball. So Dwayne Bravo, his economy rate in the middle overs career is just 748. So will Bravo, get the better of Tim David, or will Tim David take him to the cleaners? Short boundaries at the Wankhede should be interesting.
Absolutely, and let's take a look at the points table quickly as well. Not much to talk about there given the current run both the teams find themselves. Yes, as you can see, Gujarat Titans have qualified. Hardik Pandya led Gujarat Titans, 9 wins, 3 defeats in 12 matches. Absolutely sensational, and there's no way Chennai Super Kings and Mumbai Indians can come to the top 5 of this IPL 2022 if they win this match. We'll move to the second half of the table where we'll find Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings. There you go, Chennai Super Kings at 9th, Mumbai Indians at number 10th. For Mumbai Indians, only 2 wins and 9 defeats in 11 matches. That's absolutely shocking. And Chennai Super Kings have 4 wins and 7 matches. Not that much shocking, but still very shocking given their pedigree, right, Nikhil?
Absolutely. Now CSK, if they win their remaining matches, this is for CSK fans, they reach 14 points. Then they hope, that teams like DC don't win any more matches. Teams like Royal Challenge Bangalore don't win any more matches. So SRH doesn't win more than 2 matches. So a lot needs to happen for CSK to qualify, and it is not happening. I mean, it cannot happen. I mean, if that happens, it will be, the probability of that happening is very, very, very low. So in all likelihood, CSK is also, not in contention for the playoff race.
But even if they are not that much mathematically, they are not out. But if they win today's game, Nikhil, they are going straight to number 6th.
I
Look
mean, if
at
they
that
win
net run
today's
rate.
game, there will be more interest in the competition. CSK fans will, then start praying, and there'll be all sorts of speculation. Dhoni will again, assume
Re-emerge as demigod.
demigod. Yeah, but still a long way to go. As I said, even if they win today, the result tomorrow's match may not go in their favor, and they may be out.
True.
So a lot needs to happen for them. Yeah.
Absolutely, Mumbai Indians have the golden chance to remove Chennai Super Kings from their playoff race. Chennai Super Kings, remember, are Mumbai Indians' biggest rival in this IPL history, and yes, both the teams, two successful teams, are lying at the bottom of the table. Nikhil, before we wrap up, let's have a bit of prediction game there. Mumbai Indians, we know, are out. Chennai Super Kings, if they lose against Mumbai Indians, they will be out. If they win, they will move to number 6. We have that permutation and combination sorted. But let's begin with your highest run scorer from Chennai Super Kings and Mumbai Indians.
Highest run scorer, I'm going to go with Ruturaj Gaikwad from CSK. From Mumbai Indians, not the openers for sure. I'm going to go for, there's no Surya in this team also. Tilak Verma. I think Tilak Verma for Mumbai Indians. Yeah.
Mr. Consistent for both the sides, Ruturaj Gaikwad and Tilak Verma. And for the bowling department, who do you think will end up with the most wickets in the match? One player.
One player. I think, let's choose an unusual player. Ritik Shaukin, maybe he trouble the left-handers.
Oh, that's a very, very interesting call. And the latest coming in from the Wankhede is that Ruturaj Gaikwad and Devon Convoy have walked on to the pitch to open the innings for Chennai Super Kings, and Daniel Sams has taken the new ball for MI. So that's the latest coming in from Wankhede. An interesting matchup there. Daniel Sams versus Ruturaj Gaikwad. Can Daniel Sams get him out early? That remains to be seen. But Nikhil, final prediction, match winner, Chennai Super Kings or Mumbai Indians?
MI.
He's going with MI, so he's backing Chennai Super Kings to move out of this playoff race. Do let us know whether you agree with Nikhil on that prediction, which team you are supporting, which player you are looking forward to watch in this match, and of course subscribe to News9 Sports. That's where we are putting all our videos, not only related to IPL but from Indian cricket team's perspective and the other sports as well. So News9 Sports is your one-stop destination for all things sports, so don't forget to subscribe that. We'll leave you with the match. Nikhil has already said Mumbai Indians are winning. Let us know in the comment section. Till then, goodbye.